welcome back. Let's put the focus now on the Repairer of Hearts Foundation. Birthed in 2019, the non-profit, non-governmental organization is geared towards community outreach through empowerment sessions, food and clothing distributions, and emotional and mental support. The group would have held 2 Christmas treats over the season, and to give us more details are Kimlin Phillip, founder, managing director, and we also have Yolande Batson, sponsor. We are expected to, or someone else is expected to join us. We'll try to make that happen sometime during our interview. Ladies, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Ms. Phillip, let's speak a little bit about this name. This name to me, it's very, very interesting. Repairer of Hearts Foundation.
All right. So the name of itself is very profound. How should I say? The name came about through a divine revelation by God, where personally, over the years of interacting with several community outreaches, I would have met a lot of at-risk, vulnerable, and displaced persons. And with that, I would have discovered a lot of them, the core issue of it was a heart problem, where in which they could have really be able to be rehabilitated in terms of being able to forgive and being able to release, where they can now be in control of their lives to be able to bring forth that necessary change that ought to take place.
Mm-hmm. Who are the persons that you're helping? Is it children, young adults, older persons? Your target group?
Right. Our target group is we as Repair of Hearts Foundation seek to assist those who are at risk, vulnerable, and displaced. Women, children, and teenagers within both Trinidad and Tobago. We was founded in October 2019, just a couple of months before the pandemic took place in March 2020. And with that, from since then to now, these are the people that we seek to reach continually with whatever efforts that we put forward.
Ms. Phillip, how bad is the situation in Trinidad and Tobago where organizations such as yours, they have to come forward to help people?
It's quite alarming, I must say. More needs to be done. I mean, with the CRI, we were established in 2019, but so far we were able to really be able to assist by really helping such persons is by really proper networking and various stakeholders that we have now made strategic alliances with. It's quite alarming now. Post-COVID is even the situation is even more so alarming, and more help is much needed. That's our reason for being here at this point in time, to create some greater awareness. Because even though we would have hosted our Christmas treat, 2 successful ones, one in Edinburgh 500 on the 10th of December and the 17th of December, we will have hosted in Tobago. And a lot of relief came forward, but the needs keep coming. Even a little while ago, someone called again for some sort of relief support, because even though some of us had a very happy Christmas, some didn't, unfortunately.
Ms. Batson, if you could tell us about your partnership with the foundation.
Right. Well, I met Kimline some years ago at Divine Encounter when she was ministering to the youths there. And we began to speak, and she was telling me about this NGO she established. And that at Christmas, she gave hampers and toys and, have a treat for the children. So I find that was really nice. So I said, okay, I came in 2019 and joined her at the Tagarigua, where we packed hampers, wrapped gifts for the children, and had clothing, and we had a treat there for the children. They really enjoyed it. We had like face painting, bouncy castle, puppet shows, and such like for the children, and all the hampers were given out, and the clothing as well. All went that day that we had the treat. So I find it really intriguing and interesting, helping her out. And not only at Christmas, what I found out after is not only at Christmas, she does this sort of thing. She continue throughout the year. You know, she will ask me oftentimes if I know someone with a fridge or a bed or even a laptop and such like for family. And if I do know anyone, I will call her and say, yes, Kimline, I have a friend ready to give a fridge or ready to give a stove and such like. She would even call and ask for accommodation if I know anyone with a one room apartment and stuff like that. So I said, wow, here is Kimline giving back selfless, to the less fortunate and vulnerable in our society. And it was really pleasing. It was really heartfelt. And I say, yes, I want to be a part of this. And then not only that, at August time now, she will collect books for school children. So, I have a lot of grandchildren here. So I will collect books, not only for my grandchildren, but I will call people on my contact list as well to get school books that they are not using. Must be in good condition, of course. And I will pass it on to her. And mm, I grew up in a family of 9, and I know then it wasn't easy. So if I can help out with some books or even uniforms at the time, every cent counts. So I was glad to help in that aspect
Yeah.
as well,
Ms.
you
Phillip,
know.
if I can bring you back in again, what sort of help do you need? Because it seems that this is a massive undertaking embarked upon by your organization. What sort of help do you need?
Well, as a foundation, you would hear in terms of the social relief that we are providing, in terms of social assistance, the treats and so forth. Um, but one of our major goal, medium to long-term goal, is to establish a transitional housing where we can provide a shelter because to those that need it the most. Several of our clients or beneficiaries, about 97% of them are single parents. And with that, they come with large families. Some, in most cases, four being the least amount in terms of within a household. And some of them in a very abusive, deplorable living conditions. Many of them need to move as urgently as possible. We know how our social system is in Trinidad is already overwhelmed. So as an NGO, what we are seeking to do is to provide that sort of necessary shelter and housing, a safe place to be able to provide a short stint, whether it's 6 months, based on some cases, they will need at least more than that. So we're looking for land, we're looking for property. As you would have heard, Ms. Batson made mention with regards to household appliances, we need groceries. So we have been partnering with several supermarkets, which have also been able to assist us thus far. And corporate Trinidad, as well as you just need $20, $50 from private citizens. So if persons also want to give, we can give our banking detail. We do have our UTC account, which is just specialized, very specific for the building of this transitional housing. And in fact, it's not just going to be a house, but it's actually 5 we are seeking thus far to be established, but we need to start somewhere. We need to start with one. So we are, even with this appeal, if there's anyone who may have land, who may have a property somehow that they just put us don't know what to do with it, you can definitely give me a call at 704, and I can surely, give you in terms of a proposal as to in which we will be able to utilize that property. So it's vast and wide, everything you need, because when we first started off, we just thought, okay, we're building this transitional housing and we will give out hampers for now, but it is it's much vast than that. Even pharmaceuticals people are coming for because people are really in crisis. And with people being unemployed, they need the basic necessities that sometimes we may overlook. Yeah.
I get the impression that that your work is not only for the Christmas season or special
No,
seasons. This is
definitely,
something that
definitely
happens
not.
365 days a year.
That's it's quite so, because apart from also giving that sort of physical relief, we also provide in terms of emotional and mental support. All right, so we provide workshops as well as seminars that seek to be able to, as we say, not just give a man a fish, but teach them how to fish as well. So they would not just be, okay, just receiving on one end and become paralyzed. So it's true throughout the year, support is given to be able to really holistically provide that necessary support, because that is our vision, to bring that complete healing and transformation to those who are vulnerable, at risk, and displaced in Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, Ms. Batson, judging from your partnership with the foundation and your experience with the foundation, how has the foundation's work, what you would have seen, changed people's lives?
Well, it changed their lives in the sense that it gave them a sense of being, and that they're not alone, that they have help, they have someone that they could reach out to, that they could call, and and we will seek to help them. They're not alone in this. If you need any sort of help emotionally, financially, physically, we are there. We are there to assist you. We are there to help you. And that is why, as Kimline said just now, we have workshop. We teach them how to do a resume. We teach them how to handle a job interview and things like that. We teach them everyday living, so it's just not give them. We also teach them a lot of stuff so that they could go out there and do something for themselves. And we are there with them. We help them mentally and socially.
Ladies, thank you very much for speaking with us this morning. We do have your numbers up, so I suspect persons stay close to your phone line, because persons are going to be calling you. So thank you very much for speaking with us again.
Thank you so much, Marlon, this interview.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Marlon.
Thank you very much again. And
Take
here now is a
care.
check on the traffic situation via traffictt.com. We're heading to South Trinidad, Debe. Debe seems to be a sleepy town today. Much more after the break. We're coming back.